Yes, sir. I think today the session is number 7. In the 6th session, what we have said, we have worked with some of the practical part. What we have done in last class. We created a resource group. And after that, we have added different resources. One resource is data lake. So with the help of storage accounts, we have created data lake Gen 2 account. And after that, Azure SQL database. Okay. At the time of creating, if you remember that, don't worry, I will share you that yesterday's recording before end of the class. So Azure SQL database, we created two things. One is database, second one is server. But to create database, server must be there. Actually, first process is you have to create server. That's why we don't have server. There you find one option called create new server. Got it. So then there at the time of creating server only you have specified your username and passwords. So those are authentication information. Next, by using that authentication, you have to log in. But at the time of login, you will get issue of firewall setting. Okay. See, while creating that linked service, I will show you how to configure that firewall group. And after that, we created a ADF instance. Okay. So these are the three things we have done yesterday class, which is in 7th or 6th session. I think 6th session. Today, as part of 7th session, we will step into ADF and we will create linked service. Then we will create our first pipeline. The first sample pipeline. So for now, in this example, I will use only Azure internal resources. For the internal resources of the Azure, to create linked service, integration runtime is required. Auto integration runtime already available. Okay. So first all examples we will see with the within the internals of the Azure services. After that, in data migration part, if your data is in out of Azure, how to create the linked service and how to create integration runtime. What is the integration runtime for the out of Azure services? Self-hosted integration runtimes. Those things we need to use. The first we run the examples with auto integration runtimes. Then we go to the self-hosted. Okay. So let's start our practical work. Just I already logged into Azure portal. This is what our home environment. So from scratch onwards, I will be showing with the different things. Already we have created yesterday some other things. So again, from scratch onwards, we will be starting. Okay, already what is our resource group name? DWH resource group. Let's go with a fresh data lake account. So for this, you have storage account. So here in the storage accounts, you can go with that. Or else like in the last, storage accounts. So it is created by us in yesterday class. Let's create a new one. I just clicked on create button. Already my subscription and resource group are already selected, and give any name here. Storage Lake 101. The name I am giving Storage Lake 101. Let me write the names, otherwise we will forget. This is our storage account. A region is TS I'm giving the performance model, standard model. Remaining as usual, I am keeping. Just click on review plus create. So validation successful. Now we can create it. I am creating this. So here deployment process is in progress. It takes less than a minute time. So it is created now. Just click on go to resource. Okay. Storage account is ready. Now within the storage account, we have to create the root objects. The root objects are containers. Within the containers, you can create folders or directly you can upload your files. But still other objects are here about file shares, queues, tables, in this way different things. In pure data lake concepts, I will explain about those other different type of objects. For now, I am going for only blob objects. That too, I am going to keep the blob objects into containers. Just click on the containers. The default container here, $logs, here only the logs will be there. So in later discussions, we will be seeing about how to monitor those logs. I'm going to create a new container now. Just click on plus. That plus container symbol is here. The plus is for create. I'm giving a container name as source. One more container I want to create. This container name I'm giving as target. A simple scenario, I will keep my raw data into source container. And after that, using ADF, I want to transform some data. And then finally, I want to write into target. Okay. But in this example, I don't have any files in the source container. There are no files into this. I want to upload some local files. Just click on upload. So here you can select your local file. Already we have yesterday we have selected some of the files. Now I am selecting only one file, that is EMP. First, please check the data of the EMP. Within this EMP file, the first line is header for you. And between field to field, delimiter is comma. This is the general shape of a CSV file. But for some files, tab is the delimiter. For some files, there might be no header. Only data will be there. First row onwards, only data. In this way, different things. First, I am going to work with a plain file. The first line is header, the second line onwards data. So this is the shape of your basic file. Already the file is copied into your source container. Let's check all the containers what you have now. I have two containers now, source and target. In ADF, if you want to work with them, you have to create data sets. But to create data set, what you need? Linked services are required. Linked services. Sir, online team, are you following? Please confirm me in the chat because I am not able to hear you. Please confirm me in the chat. Are you able to hear me? I think the chat is disabled for you. 1 minute, I will check. Yes, sir. Now you can chat, please. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, I am not able to hear you. Any question you have, please type in the chat. Every 10 minutes, I will check the chat. Source target. I have to create one data set for this, one data set for this. But to create data set, I need linked service. Observe here. Suppose if I create a linked service, I am not creating linked service for the data sets, for the files. I am creating linked service for storage account. What is my storage account? Storage Lake 101. But here my source, target, both are in same account. That's why one linked service is okay for it. Suppose source is in one separate storage account, target is in other separate storage account, then you have to create two separate linked services. For now, in the initial pipeline, source and target both are in same storage account. On that way, we will plan. Got it? Okay. Now, from my Azure side, Azure Data Lake side, all prerequisites are ready. What we have done is just have a note. We have two containers. Number one, source. Number two, target. Next, the source container has a file. So this is the work from Data Lake side. Now I am coming to ADF side. Okay, let me enter into resource group because here only there are only 5 resources. That's why easily you can check it. But your project related lot many services will be there. At the time you will be confusing which service is related to your project. That's why simply technique, your project related one resource group will be there. Just enter into that resource group. We have created one, yesterday we have created one instance for ADF. What is the name we have given? ADF as ELT. So I am launching that. Open Azure Data Factory Studio. A separate portal will be launched for you. Already I have done some of the pipelines over here. Okay. Now scratch onwards we will build. Our intention is to copy data from source container to target container. So it's our work. So for this, we need to create the pipeline. The first step one, create linked service. storage account of your data lake Gen 2. The storage account name is storage lake 101. So this work we are going to do. Okay. So how to do, please observe. Here there are 4 icons. Last icon is manage. Click on manage from the ADF. So this work you have to do from ADF portal, not from basic Azure portal. Your ADF portal is associated, linked with your Azure portal. Already you have signed in information. So which ID you have logged in into Azure, with that you can enter into Azure portal. There is no separate user ID and password for Azure ADF. Got it? So just click on manage. Within this, a lot of other services are there. Among them, the first one is linked services. Already that is selected. In the previous my testing works, I have created some of the linked services. For now, don't touch them. Let's create fresh one. I'm clicking on new. Sir, you are going to create linked service for what? Data Lake Gen 2 storage. Got it? So for which service you are going to create, you have to select that service here. Sometimes your source file can be at Amazon S3 buckets. At the time, I have to select this. If it is in Amazon data warehouse, how we have Synapse here, Amazon has a Redshift. At the time, you have to select this. On that way, for which service you are going to create linked service, you have to select that. Now I am going to select a Data Lake Gen 2. Simply in the search, type Data Lake. We have 2 things, Data Lake Gen 1 and Gen 2. Now I am going to select Gen 2 and continue. Now storage is selected. Understood? It is asking you the name for your storage account. The naming standard, I am saying LS. LS means linked services. That is the starting tag. Underscore. And for which account, because you might have multiple accounts, for which account you are going to create it. I am going to create for storage lake 101. That's it. Okay. So such kind of naming standard you need to follow. So they still better practices give some description. Suppose you created linked service. Suppose generally in companies, admins will create it. If any existed linked service, if I open, so for which purpose this linked service is created, I have to understand. That's why better practices provide some description for that, so that other users can understand it. Okay, but to create the linked service, what is the prerequisite? Integration runtime. Now your data lake is part of Azure service. For that, auto integration runtime. Already Microsoft is giving you auto resolving integration runtime. That is a predefined. You need not to create. Already that is selected. And authentication method. Let's key it as account key. And from Azure subscription, one single organization can have multiple subscriptions. So here I have only one subscription, that is a free trial. I am selecting that. And it is asking me, what is our storage account? Already yesterday we created one thing, Lake of Lake 101. Today we created storage lake 101. I am selecting the second one. Got it? Your work is done. Later, I will explain about parameterization. There is a separate concept called parameterization. There we will be discussing about those things, how to set the parameters for all these things. So now I am clicking on create button. Your linked service will be successfully created. Please check whether it is created or not. Check it here, that is created. ls underscore storage 101. So the name for your linked service, ls underscore storage lake 101. But your work is not completed, sir. Simply that is created, okay. But while testing the connection, you may get some errors. Got it? So after that, we need to test the connection, whether this linked service perfectly configured or not, perfectly is able to connecting with my storage account or not. You need to test the connection. For this, simply open that. Open your linked service. The same screen you got it. Look at the right bottom. All of you observing that there is a test connection. Just click on that. I got error. Got it? So how to resolve this error, we will see. This is a regular problem while creating linked services, you will get. Okay. Okay, first, please try to understand the error message first. I am testing the connection. If you click on the more, the error message will be popped up. Okay, you cannot see the small letters. I will try to copy this. The work what we have done is, now step 2, test the connection. I got below error. The error is here. Let me apply word wrap. Now please try to read that error. You will get some clue. Endpoint unsupported account features. And one more message, this endpoint does not support blob storage events or soft delete. So here I got some clue. It is saying about something about soft delete. What is that soft delete? Just I will explain after resolving this issue. Okay. So I got some clue with this. It is not asking for like any permission kind of issue. So please observe. For now, I am closing this error message. I am canceling this linked service. I am coming back to my storage account. Where is my storage account? In Azure or in ADF? Oh, storage account. Where is storage account? In Azure or in ADF? Storage account is in Azure. We created storage account from the Azure portal or not? Okay. Where is that? What is the storage account name we have given, sir? This one. Storage Lake 101. I am opening that. I got some preview. I got some preview over here. That means basic information. Please check for your blob object. Is there any soft delete kind of options are disabled or please check it. Here there is no information. I am coming down. Yeah, here you can check it. Blob service under that hierarchical namespace is disabled by default. Actually, in Data Lake Gen 2, this is one of the important feature, hierarchical namespace. What is that hierarchical namespace for now? Don't touch that. Okay. I will take separate full-fledged class on data lake architecture and data lake components. There you will understand. Please check for the soft delete options. See here, blob soft delete is enabled. One more thing, container soft delete is enabled. I am going to disable them because So this information I got it from Azure documentation, ADF documentation. For the data lake storage accounts, if soft delete options are enabled, linked service connections will be failed. Okay, for that Microsoft suggested is what it suggested is disable them. I'm going to disable these two things. Just click on. First, I'm going to work with blob soft delete. Just I'm clicking on this enabled option. At a time, it is showing me two options. Enable soft delete for blobs, enable soft delete for containers. So both I am disabling. First one, second one. I just disabled. Now save it. It is saying that successfully updated. Now come back to your storage account. Check those two options, soft delete options. Blob soft delete here, disabled, both are disabled. Okay. Now I disabled, I am coming back to ADF, opening my linked service and test the connection. What happened now? Connection successful. Got it? Yeah. So here, what is the solution? I am typing the letter. I will share you these notes also to you, sir. What is the solution? Disable below two options. What is that? Blob soft delete. Second one, container soft delete. Okay. Disable below two options for your storage account. By default, these two options will be enabled. Okay, small discussion about the soft delete. What is the purpose of soft delete is, by mistake in any container missed or any file got missed of your data lake, Microsoft internally maintains copy of that particular file or object of that particular container for 7 days. But additional charges will be there for that. Understand? Wantedly or by mistakenly, if any large big object got missed, you can request from the Microsoft to recover that file. But for that, additional charges will be applied. Okay. But in ADF, it is not allowing me. This might be a bug, or wantedly they might have put this. But at any cost, if you need such kind of things, what you need to do? Suppose I am disabling by mistakenly if any file got missed. At the time, what is the solution? Create one separate storage account only for the backups. And take a copy. Important files are, some files are not important, some files are important for you. What are the things you are feeling as important? Keep all the things as backup into separate storage account. Okay. So maybe this issue might be solved very soon by the Microsoft. So what is the industry expectation is, even though soft delete is enabled, linked service should be created. This is what our expectation. Okay. So remember that these two options you need to disable. At the time of creating storage account also, you can disable this. Okay. One simple example I will show you. At the time of creating also, you can disable this. Just observe this. Online team, are you okay? Understood this issue? Please confirm anyone. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Again, I am coming back to my storage, sorry, my resource group. I'm going to create one more storage account. So here I will not deploy, just I will show you that option. At the time of creating only, how to disable. Okay. Just say create. Storage account name. Storage lake 102. Just a different number I am giving. Previously, directly we clicked on review plus create. Don't do that. Go for next. Please check, is there any soft delete option? Is there any soft delete option in this? No. Got it? Again, I am saying next. Here, these are the networking options. I am saying that data protection, here you will find that option. Next. Observe here, enable soft delete for blobs, enable soft delete for containers. The soft delete is valid for 7 days. If you want, you can increase it, but charges will be additional. Okay, charges will be additional. So here directly you can disable that. Understand? If necessary, disable this also, file shares also. Later we will see about what is the concept of file shares. On that way, at the time of creating only you can disable that. Now I am saying that review plus create. Validation is going on. Finally create. Okay, later we can use this storage account. Okay, let it be running. Understood, sir? How to resolve this issue? So please check these notes once again. Step 1, storage account. Step 1, linked services you have created. At the time of creating, there is no issue, but at the time of connecting, you will get issue. That means while testing the connection. If this error you got it, provide the solution like this. So this is one of the regular your interview question. Even for certifications also this question will be raised. Okay. Okay, sir. Now my work is done, which is step number 2. And step number 3, if linked service is ready, then create data set for source file. Our source file is EMP. EMP is in a container called source. We need to create a data set for this. Now I am going to how to create a data set. Please observe, all of you. Online team, please check it. So this is for manage. Within the manage only integration runtimes, linked services that you can create. Look at the second, which is pencil icon. Just click on that. You will see 4 options: pipelines, data sets, data flows, and Power Query. Power Query is a recent option, especially in version 2. So 2 months back, this was in beta. Okay, now that is completely maturized. In our course, I will cover Power Query also. Okay, come back to second option. There are data sets. Already I have created some of the data sets. Forget about them. Now let's go for a new one. I'm going to create a fresh data set. So in the right side, 3 dot symbol is there. Just click on that. A new data set. You are going to create a data set, but data, where is your data? You have to specify. My data is in data lake, right? That in the data lake, Gen 2. Just do search like data lake. I have Gen 1, Gen 2. Okay, Gen 2 selected. Then it is asking you what is the format of your file. Whether it format can be JSON file, advanced compressions like Avro, ORC, Parquet. Okay, it can be of anything. Simply here I am selecting delimited text. Got it? That means any between field to field, something is separated. Okay, I selected delimited and click on continue. Asking me the file name, that means data set name. So here you please check this option. Asking me the file name. The file name standards, if it is data set, just give DS as prefix, underscore. Your data set is in which storage account? Storage Lake 101. But within this, a lot of files can be there. Underscore, give the container name. The container is source. Within that container, lot files can be there. From you want to work with which file? Underscore emp. Hello, sir. Later you can check the phone, please. Look at me or look at board. Sir, please observe this. By seeing this, just I am giving this object name, sir, we can understand something. If anything start with the DS means, you can understand that is a data set. The second is your storage account. The storage account can be data lake or it can be another database. It can be of anything. The third one is my container name. The fourth one is my file. Okay, on that way some common standard. Of course, company to company, the naming standards will be changed. Understand? You have your own rule for your naming standards. I have my own rule for my naming standards. So on that way, just give any name. There is no rule, it's just only recommendation. But I am trying to create a data set. But to create a data set, what is the prerequisite? Linked service. Already we have created a linked service. What is that? Already we have created linked service just recently. LS underscore storage lake 101. This linked service yesterday I have created for other purpose, other class. Okay. So this is the linked service what we have created. I am selecting that. Got it? Now, what is the file path you need to select? Just place your cursor over here and click on this browse. I have access with my containers or not? Because connection already created successfully. If that connection failed, you cannot see these things. Understood? Connection created successfully. I have two containers, source and target. I am selecting source. Within the source, I don't have any folders. Directly I have file. I am selecting my file. And finally say OK. Understood? File path is filled automatically. But in my file, first line is header, right? Select that. If you don't have header in your file, don't select it. Okay. Import schema from connection store. Just keep this option as it is. Now finally say OK. Got it? Data set successfully created, but this data set, remember, not yet deployed. Understand? Observe here, sir. There are four data sets here. First one, second one, third one, but for the fourth one, in the left side, some dot symbol is there. That means this data set is not yet deployed. Just created temporarily. You want to save it permanently, you want to deploy, then click on publish. Understand? Suppose without publish, if you logged out, the data set will be deleted. Without logout, sorry, without publish, if you log out, data set will be deleted. That's why once you create it, just click on the publish. I'm saying publish. Now just observe here, in the left side, the dot symbol is removed. Just check me the notification. Yeah, publishing completed, successfully published. Understood? What is the data set name we have given here? DS underscore storage lake 101 underscore source underscore EM. This is our data set. Now tell me one question. What is the difference between emp.txt and that data set? emp.txt is a physical file. emp.txt is a physical file which is available in data lake. But for that, the snapshot or alias, that alias is data set. So whenever you want to work with this physical file in ADF, you have to work with this data set. Understand? All of you clear about this? Okay, now my step 3 is successful. And step 4, create data set for target container. Okay, I'm going to do that. This file from source to target container, I want to copy. Why to copy means I have many reasons. Because in source, I have only raw data. By taking that raw data, I want to perform some transformations or some filters. Finally, processed data I want to write into my target container. Understood? But in this example, I'm not going to perform any transformations. Just how to create your pipeline, how to copy from source to target. Okay. Okay, please, all of you, please do concentrate on this. Already we have data set that is already published. One more data set I am going to create now. Click on new data set. Now what is your target? Data lake or some other thing? Now data lake only. In our example, that is data lake only. But generally from data lake to Synapse we will copy. Data lake to some other SQL database we will copy. Okay, but for this initial pipeline, data lake to data lake we are dealing. So my target is also in the data lake. I'm searching for data lake. I'm selecting data lake Gen 2. Still, my file format is delimited. And click on continue. Sir, both containers are in same data lake account, right? Yes. Both containers are in same storage account. Already for your storage account, linked service is there. For this, no need of new one. You can select existed one. My existed one is LS storage lake 101. Got it? But let me give the name for this. DS underscore storage lake 101 target underscore. Give some file or just leave it as target. Okay. Yeah. So here don't select any file because in the target container there are no file. Select only container. Just browse it. Select the container. That's it. Select that container. Here also in the target file also I need first line as header. I am selecting that. Remaining things as usual. Save OK. Got it. Finally publish it. Publish. Okay. So what is the name we have given? DS underscore storage lake underscore. Simply target website. Got it. Now I have two data sets ready, my linked service ready, everything ready. Once data sets are created, I don't work with linked service. Now tell me, can I create a pipeline? All prerequisites ready for your pipeline? Anything pending? For your pipeline, data sets are required. Data sets already ready. That means all prerequisites ready. Now step 5. Create pipeline. But in the pipeline, what will be there? Activities. In the pipeline, what is pipeline, sir? What is pipeline definition? Online team, please answer me. What is pipeline? Please someone reply. Is a set of sequence of activities. Is a set of sequence of activities. Of course, in this example, I will use only one activity. That activity is copy activity. What copy activity will do? Reading data from the source and writing into the target. Okay, only one activity I will keep into this as the initial pipeline. Later we will see multiple sequence of activities. Okay, so I'm going to create a pipeline. Just check it. Already from your pencil icon, that is from your author symbol. The first option, pipeline. Just click on here. I already have pipelines. Let's go with a new pipeline. A new pipeline. The pipeline 3, that is by default name. I'm giving copy source to target. Let me give some numbering also. Source to target some number. This is my activity. Pipeline name. Okay. Description. Storage lake 101. Okay. Observe here. Look at the second column, sir, here, activities. Your copy activity will be available under move and transform. Under move and transform, you will find two things: copy, data flow. Especially in Azure Data Factory version 2, you have to work with the data flows. Understand? But my initial example, I am going to work with the copy data. I am dragging this. Just click on this and drag this. Okay. Just click on this. The name is here copy data 1. You just give any name. Data ingest. Any name, just give it. By copy activity. Understood? What is the purpose of your activity you are giving as a label? After that underscore, what activity name you are using, you are just giving this. Understood? Of course, no need to give this. On the top, it is giving some label, right? Title for your activity. So that easily other developers or testers can understand it. Got it? Okay, sir. Look at these options. Look at these options. General, you are just giving your name. There are two things, source and sink. Understand? Source means input. For the input, already have one data set. Sink means target. For the target also, you have data set. All prerequisites ready. Only just you have to give them their names. I'm just lifting up this. I'm selecting source. What is our data set name we have created just now? DS, storage lake 101, source EMP. That is selected. Understood? Next step, sync you need to select. Sync means target. For that, what data set? Look at the last. It is not, the space is not enough. 1 minute, sir. And if you click on this properties, the second option, the properties will be closed. I'm clicking on sync. Look at the last DS underscore storage lake 101 underscore target. I'm selecting as sync. As easily I want to copy, I don't want to map the columns. Later we will be discussing about mapping. Okay. So for now, just simply what we have done, source and sync we have selected. Now my pipeline inputs are ready. My pipeline configuration is ready. Just to publish the pipeline. Okay, before publishing, let me write that information. What is the pipeline name you have given? Data ingest underscore copy. What activity name? This is copy activity have to try. And for your activity, you have given some name, that's it. You have to configure two things. One is source, second one is sync. In the place of source, what you have given? DS underscore storage lake 101 underscore source underscore EMP. Next. DS storage lake 101 underscore target. Only this configuration. Mapping, we did not do any mapping between them. As easily file will be copied because you are not expecting any transformations. Okay. In coming examples, we'll be seeing about this mapping also. Now your configuration ready. Now steps after that, publish. Publish is common work. Whenever you create some object, just publish it. Till now, how many objects are pending? How many components are pending? Those will be deployed into your what you call root of your environment. Whether you are in a dev environment or a production environment or test environment, depends on that. Okay. Now I'm going to publish this. Publish all. Now only one thing is pending, that is our pipeline is pending. Just publish. Okay, successful, sir. Publishing is successful. Next step 6, last step. Run the pipeline. Run the pipeline. To run the pipeline, you have two options. Number one is trigger, number two is debug. Okay, for now I am going for the trigger. Later examples I will show you with the debug, then you can understand difference between debug and trigger. I click on add trigger. Trigger now. I'm clicking on trigger now. Just click on OK. Check the message here, running pipeline. The notifications you can observe. So in the climax, you will be understanding about the monitoring phase. Very deeply, we will understanding about monitoring phase. So please check the message, sir. Successfully run the pipeline. Okay, our pipeline name is copy source target 1. Okay. Pipeline is run successful. Pipeline running is successful. Next, you need to check whether data is copied or not. Whether data successfully copied or not, to check it, just enter into your storage account again. Where is your storage account? In the Azure. Just enter into Azure portal. Go back to your resource group and open your storage account. What is the initial storage account we worked with? Storage Lake 101. Open the containers. I have source and target. Already in the source, my input file is there. Now I have copied into target. In the target, file is copied or not? Like this. Understood? This is what is our working style, sir? ETL or ELT? ETL or ELT? Arey man. What is our work style? ELT. ELT. Extract, load. Once loaded, then start working. Understand? Of course, here in this example, our source is from data lake. Target is also into data lake. But generally, the source is in on-premise. Target is data lake. First, using copy activity, you just extract the data and dump it to data lake. Then next onwards, run the data flow pipelines. Understood? Okay, the day number 1, you cannot understand all these things. Step by step, we will be going. Understood? Yesterday, we did not do anything, sir. Yesterday, we created resources, that's it. What are the things required for our pipelines? Those resources we have created. Today, the first actual ADF pipeline we have created. But to create a pipeline, some prerequisites we need to follow. What are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites to create a pipeline? Data sets, sir.
Yeah, only data sets.
Only data sets are the prerequisites. Data sets, to create data sets, linked services. To create linked services, integration runtime. On the step by step, you need to follow. First, before you understand all these things, first we work with completely auto integration runtime. Later in the climax, completely we will be working with on-premise data to cloud migrations. Okay? Yeah. Okay, sir. So let me check here. Dinakar asked me one question. I missed that chat. Yes, Dinakar. A simple open any pipeline, Dinakar. Just I am opening some of the pipelines. Suppose this is my pipeline. Observe in the top, there is a add trigger. Under add trigger, just say trigger now. Okay. If you want to schedule, go to the below option. So with the debug also, I will show some examples. Later, I will explain the difference between when the debug and trigger. Again, scheduling of the pipelines, that is another department will be there. Being a developer, you will be just developing your triggers, but scheduling team will be different. But to crack our interviews, you will have to learn all these things. Scheduling you should know, monitoring you should know, and linked services creation you should know, integration runtime creation you should know, everything. So just to feel yourself as admin, yourself as developer and everything. Okay. Okay, sir, all of you. Sir, all of you, please, I'm going to create a WhatsApp group. All of you share your WhatsApp numbers. Please type in the chat. I will create a WhatsApp group. Next onwards, all new meetings links And classroom videos and everything you will be getting into that WhatsApp group only. So next once all people are in the group, no need to ask every time about the numbers. All of you please do type your numbers. Okay, sir. Sir, about tomorrow class, time is not constant, but I will update you by evening. In case if class is not happening, suppose if the thing is decided that there is no class tomorrow, so next class will be Monday, whatever it may be, I will give you confirmation by afternoon, sir. So meanwhile, I will create a group for you. Okay, sir, all of you, thank you very much. Thanks for attending. Yes, Vikram, in the group, I will share you that yesterday recording also, please. Mostly by afternoon, yesterday recording, including today recording, everything you will be getting. Right, I hope all of you people have shared your numbers. Then I can create the group. Yes, sir, thank you very much, sir. Thank you all. Bye. Sir, classroom team, you also give your numbers. I will create WhatsApp numbers, not regular numbers. WhatsApp numbers I will create it. Thank you. Okay, sir, I am closing this meeting.